Why do birds suddenly appear every time my bong is near? Oh, just like me, they long to be fucked up by you. Why do stars fall down from the fucking sky every time my bitchin' bong passes by? Oh, just like me, they long to be fucked up by you. La 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 la. Just like to get fucked up by you. La 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 la. Just like to get fucked up by you. For on the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a goddamn fucking dream come true. Oh, hello, all you fucking fucktards from around the goddamn fucking world. Hopefully you're all good and fucked up today. Mostly tuning in from the United States, Australia, the UK, Germany, Mexico, and of course the goddamn fucking Philippines. And if you're not in one of those countries that I mentioned, folks, there's 200 countries in the world. Randomly, they all tune in at some point in the year. Can't mention them all, but those are like the top countries that tune in, And so we mention them, and that probably covers 90% of you. And so here we go. Fire in the hall. Oh, 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 bless my soul. What's wrong with me? I'm all fucked up, baby. Can't you see? Uh-huh. What the fuck? Something's wrong here, folks. This fucking little whore is clogged. Little bitch's got something stuck in her hole. There. She does. There we go. The good old marshmallow forks for campfires. Save the day. This little whore is well douched now and ready for some good times. So, folks, I'm sure you've heard, but for those who don't know, I'm going to be at the Mom Cup at the end of August. Me and my girlfriend. Oh, yeah. We're going to be guests of honor. Folks, I never really thought I'd be invited to any of these events anymore, now that all my pages have been deleted and I can't really do the level of promotion that I used to. But, yeah, we're still getting in. And so that's how it is. We got our bong loaded, got our corporate sludge in the glass. I'm gonna get all fucked up. Because I like to say fuck when I'm driving in my fucking car. And fuck when I'm walking through the fucking park. And fuck you if you don't like what I fucking say. Fuck's what I fucking say every fucking day. Oh yeah. We love to say fuck. No, you know it. It's what we like to say. Oh fuck, what happened here? I got a rip in my... I don't even know when that happened. I'm gonna have to sew it, I guess, tonight before I go to bed. Gonna have to get the sewing machine out. It's an easy fix. It broke right at the seam. Look at that. But at least it happened right at the seam. So it's a really simple fix. You won't even be able to tell it was ever broken. Had it ripped anywhere else, there'd be a new seam, and you'd be like, if you looked closely, it would be obvious what happened. Oh, yeah, everybody's mom watches me. You know, what can I say? I'm God's gift to women, right? Everywhere I go, girls throw themselves at me. And so that's just how it is. I guess it's one of the perks of the job, you know, and of still being alive. Yeah. Because it's a miracle. Oh, it really is, folks, that I'm still fucking standing here. It's a miracle. Oh, yeah. Whoo! Bump, ba bump, ba bump, bump. Oh, it is. You know, after being shot, stabbed multiple times, various other violent occurrences, daily dead bodies in my yard, my team dropping dead all around me. One of them dead from bullet wounds, another one dead from fentanyl, another one just dead from natural causes. But somehow I keep kicking. Yep, somehow we're still here. No, I'm no longer in Vancouver. Otherwise, I'd have more exciting stories to tell you about the dead body that was in my front yard, you know, for 11 hours. Because, you know, that's how it was in Vancouver. There's a dead body in my front yard. Well, some days more than one. I remember one time there was three of them. And, you know, it takes the city like 10, 12 hours to remove them because nobody gives a fuck, right? They're so understaffed and overworked and underpaid. And it's amazing anyone comes at all, really. And so that's how it is. I know most of the people who work in the medical field that I know, which is a lot of people, you know, half my family are in it, my girlfriend's in it. All of them, besides my girlfriend, well, they've left the province. There's just easier places to work that pay more money and less bullshit to deal with. You know? You go where the money's big and the work is less, right? This is, I think, a common philosophy no matter who you talk to. You know? You want the top dollar and the least amount of work to get it. And so that's why, like CEOs, folks, you always get paid more for doing less. You know that, eh, in life? You do. That's why, like CEOs to companies who do fuck all day except sit around, play video games, and rotate with their thumb up their ass all day, make like $400 million a year. Oh, yeah. It's true. But you're down at the sweatshop every day, fucking doing fucking hard labor for $30 an hour. You know? It's just not fair, eh? The world's a shitty place. It's true. And so, that's how it is. You know, folks, whatever job it is you do, a machine could be doing it better. You know? You're just totally unneeded. And you know, folks, if you were to die tomorrow, they'd replace you in a fucking heartbeat with either another person or a machine. One of the two. Oh, yeah. You mean nothing to them. Nothing except that nothing more than a machine would mean to them. You know? It doesn't matter where you work or what you're working for. That's how it is. You know, folks, I used to have a lot of people that worked for me. And you know what? Well, let's just say I never had any of them over for Sunday dinner. You know what I'm saying? It's true. Your boss ever invite you over for Sunday dinner? I don't think so, right? Because you're not really his friend, you're his slave. There's a difference. Nothing more than a machine turning the crank. And so, here we go, fire in the hall. Yeah, just work in the sweatshop. You know, folks, people did even shittier jobs in the past than you do today. And you know what? They did these things in hopes that one day people wouldn't have to do this shit anymore. Oh, it's true, folks. And then that one day finally came. Oh, it has. It's come and gone, folks. The day when people didn't need to do that shit anymore. But you know what they did? They kept doing the shit anyways. Oh, it's true. I was watching a show the other day, folks. They got this boat that goes out and catches fish, and nobody needs to be on board of it. Yeah, no, doesn't even run on remote control. Totally automated. Searches out the fish itself, drops the net, puts everything where it belongs, and brings it all home. Oh, yeah. Anyways, you know, folks, another 400 life forms in around 350 to 400 went extinct again today. As a result of the daily loot and pillage that goes on, well, fucking worldwide, right? The sixth great extinction, welcomed by all, until it actually affects them in a bad way, which it already is, some people, right? Just saw on the news today, folks, that it could be chickpeas could be becoming a hot commodity. You know, you don't want to be vegan right about, you know, fuck, between the bad corn crops, the chickpeas, the wheat tripling in price because it's also becoming a hard to come by commodity. Mm, fuck. Your diet's being fucked with if you're a vegetarian, you know, especially vegan. Oh my god. What do these people do? What's left for them, you know? Oh, fuck. Anyways, we're all vegetarians at the end of the day, folks. You do know anything you ate got its energy from a vegetable. We don't really eat meat eating creatures, but even if we did, eventually you go down the line, vegetables are what made them all exist, right? It's true. We all live from the power of the sun, and the power of the sun is stored in the plants, and the plants are eaten by the animal. That gives it all kinds of energy, and then we eat the animal, and it's all just recycling that power of the sun. Oh, it is. That's really what you're eating. Sunlight. And so that's how it is. We're gonna do a big bong hit here and be all fucked up. Anyways, talking about meat, I got some ground beef today for like $2.69 a pound. Whew, and everybody's complaining that the price of food's going up. That's like a really cheap price. Even in the glory days, that was a good price. And so we bought like 20 pounds of it. You know how it is. We ain't gonna see that price again. You gotta take advantage of it while it's around. It's probably not actual beef, you know? It's probably like human meat or something. Um, but whatever. As long as it resembles meat, I eat it. And so it doesn't actually have to be beef as long as it tastes like it. You know, folks, there used to be the Mayfu Gardens in Niagara Falls. Many of you probably heard this story, but for those who haven't, good old Mayfu Gardens. I just lived down the street from this place, folks. Used to go there for the chicken balls. Legendary place. One of the highest rated Chinese food restaurants in Canada, probably of all time, right? It was internationally renowned. And and you know what made their chicken balls so fucking good? Oh, there's a reason they were better than any other chicken ball you've ever had in your life. That's because there was no fucking chicken in them. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good old Mayfu Gardens, folks, was collecting the local cats. The guy told me himself that cats that are cared for and loved are much more tasty than just some cat in a cage. And so that's how it is. They go around different neighborhoods stealing cats. And oh, it don't end there, folks. You know, they they got to mix something with that cat meat to give it that perfect flavor that makes you keep coming back. Oh, and that's because they're affiliated with the fucking mafia. Well, isn't everybody in Niagara Falls? But you know, they're affiliated with the mafia, like pretty much everybody in the whole town. And they're grinding up dead bodies, you know, people they kill and don't want the body to be found. They take it down to the Mayfu Gardens, grind it up, mix it up with a couple kitty cats, and mm, we got the best chicken balls you ever ate in your life. Ah, it's true. You'd be people were lining up. That is until they got busted, right? Ah, fuck. All good things, folks, must come to an end, you know? Yeah, I guess they were committing some sort of crime. Like, like major corporate food does it every day, you know? You have no clue what's in there. Mm. But nobody strings them up, but these guys, you know, they're making chicken balls with no chicken and gave them some grief, got in trouble for it. Oh, yeah, the man always coming down on the little guy, you know? Meanwhile, we got Canada Dry. It says it has real ginger inside, even though analysis and tests done multiple times have yet to even find any particle of ginger in the ginger ale. As in none. Zero zip zichola. Oh, yeah. But here in Canada, you're allowed to lie on like 1/3 of the label because, well, they expect you to bullshit anyway. So it means we'll give you some room to spew your bullshit as long as you tell the truth somewhere on that label. On the other 70%. But my dad, when he was running a bottling company, he sold this bottled water, folks. There wasn't one honest statement on that whole bottle except for the word water. Oh my. Everything else was 100% bullshit. Yeah. Yeah. This was fine. I forget what the bottle said. Something like Alaskan fucking fresh from Alaska, Arctic fucking melted icebergs, 1,000 years old. This kinds of bullshit, right? Anyways, the reality of the situation was the water actually came from the tap water in fucking Chicago. Yeah. We weren't even pumping it out of the ground, you know? Straight up tap water with all the chemicals Chicago puts in their water, whatever that may be. Of course, they filter it and then they bottle it. Oh, yeah. And so that's how it was. No fucking melting icebergs or no, it wasn't even in fucking Alaska. Everything on the bottle, 100% bullshit except for the fucking word water. Oh, it's true. Yeah, my dad was kind of a bullshit specialist. It's pretty good. Can get you far in life, you know? Worked for him. So, doing bong hits in the shed. It's a glorious moment in time. Got the chi dog hanging out. Oh, I was in Germany once. Fuck. They have a forest there in Germany. That's what I remember about Germany. It's called the Great Forest, folks. Anyways, I'm sure it was great, 1,200 years ago. But this so called Great Forest, folks, I mean, you could hike it in probably 4 hours from one end to the other end. I'm not sure, but that won't take you too long. Done in a day. Oh, yeah, there's no getting lost, Just walk one direction, eventually you'll come out like the same day. Oh, yeah. Here in Canada, we have like city parks that are about the size of their great forest. And so, yeah. I did like all the funky little roads. They got these roads, folks. It's like you're in England. England does the same thing. They got these roads, and you're driving down. It's like a 2-lane road, and everything's cool, right? And then suddenly it changes to one way, 1-lane road, right? And that's okay because you're going that direction, anyways. And as you drive down this road, eventually you notice there's no turnoffs off the road. It just keeps going, and there's no way of getting off this road. And then it starts getting narrower and narrower and narrower and narrower until finally your vehicle can no longer fit on that road. And you can't turn around because the road is too fucking narrow. And so then you got to reverse the fucking 12 kilometers you drove to to um, to get in there. Oh yeah, it's like a trap for people who don't know the local roads. Oh, it is. But yeah, it's good times. They had they didn't like marijuana there when I was there. I don't know if you're allowed to smoke marijuana in Germany now, but we met this German while we were there, and he told he had some legal marijuana. Yeah, he did. It wasn't very good though, but and so I guess they did have some sort of medical marijuana that was legal back then. But yeah, they didn't like tourists smoking marijuana. We were getting the eye everywhere we went, because I was always blazing. Oh, weed's legal now. All right. Well, about time. Good to hear. It's a good place to blaze. Lots of good scenery. I give it that. Lots of little pretty things to look at. So, anyways, we're going to do a big bong here. Yeah, we used to also be super clean there. I don't know if that's still the case. They're a lot cleaner than we are here in Canada, at least. Um, like I was in you don't see a lot of debris on the side of the road or anything there. I don't know, they put you in jail for littering or something, but it was clean at least back then. All good things come to an end. I don't know now. Oh, yeah. Especially after being in France, which is like well, Paris particularly, where we were to rent the car, is basically a big landfill, right? Oh, it is. And the noxious smells coming from every direction, well, can knock a person right out if they ain't used to them. Oh, yeah. I wear my gas mask when I'm there. People are like, what's with the mask? I'm just trying to breathe some clean air, you know? Fuck. Mm. I take my gas mask everywhere I go. Never know when I come in handy. One time in Heathrow, they asked about it. They're like, what's the gas mask for? And all the canisters to breathe in for. Have like 4 spare canisters for the thing. That way I can live like a couple weeks in a toxic zone. And I'm just like, I like to breathe clean air. Oh, yeah. Fuck. No, I don't really like hallucinogenic mushrooms. They're, no, I prefer LSD. It just seems cleaner and easier on your system. And mushrooms, they kind of make you slow and lethargic. And I like to be moving around and doing things, and LSD gives you lots of energy. Plus, mushrooms taste awful. They do, and there's nothing you can do to not make them taste awful. No, there isn't. And so, I don't like to put things in my mouth that make me barf almost immediately. No, I don't like to do that. And so, yeah, I don't really ever do those things. Plus, they're expensive. It's like, holy fuck. You know, for a gram of mushrooms, I get a whole bunch of LSD. My LSD guy just contacted me the other day. He said $300 for 100 hits. So that's $3 a hit, you know? And so, yeah. And that's the good shit. So it's pretty cheap, you know? And nothing can dare to compare. Nothing compares to you. You know? But, anyways, I don't really do that anymore either. Be a rare moment, you know? Blue moon, you left me standing alone without a dream in my heart or something. Pretty sure that's wrong. without a love of my own. Blue moon. No, I never grew marijuana. Well, I did really early to try and raise some funds, but only for a short time. I stopped growing marijuana in basically the year the Twin Towers came down. Like I couldn't ship marijuana to the States anymore. What was I going to do? Sell it to Canadians? No, I don't think so. So I just not worth it. So I just stopped, yeah. Basically when Bin Laden fucking blew up the Twin Towers and fucked up the border and got me busted for the fucking pomegranates. I'm so happy they fucking executed that piece of shit and threw his body at sea to get eaten by sharks. At least there's some good feelings inside about that, you know? But anyways, what can you do? So yeah, I got busted with a truckload of pomegranates. The guy, when I get to the border, he's like, I've been doing this, you know, like every 3 days for like 20 years at this point. The guy at the border, coming back into Canada, he's like, but on the American side, he's like, um, so do you have any ID, sir? And I'm like, no, I left it in Canada. He's like, so let me get this straight. You've been in a foreign country with no ID for the past 3 days. And I'm like, well, I've been doing it for, I do it all the time. It's the first time you've ever asked ever in my life. Because it was. And he's like, sir, you're going to have to go park over there. Yeah. And it just went downhill from there. It did. Big time. And I would probably still be in prison today and in a U.S. jail, you know, over these fucking pomegranates. Right? But what happened was, I guess I wasn't the only one caught off guard due to Bin Laden blowing up the Twin Towers, that suddenly the border asks questions, right? Before the gate used to be open, you could just drive back and forth basically. Sometimes there'd be a guy there, he'd just keep waving you through. Yeah, just keep moving. Every now and then they'd stop you and go, oh, so where were you born? I'd say Canada. Oh, yeah, great. Have a good day. That's how it used to be. Suddenly they're asking fucking questions, you know, and for ID. And I was just like baffled. And so I wasn't the only one caught off guard with this bullshit. And so there were a few people freaking out and guns were going off and crazy stuff was going on. It was an abnormal day at the border. I tend to have this kind of luck in my life, you know? And so the guy who was dealing with me, who I've been feeding, you know, I'm not very easy to talk to. He asks questions, I ask questions, we look at each other. And we haven't even established that we agree that those are pomegranates in my truck, you know? And so it's a conversation going nowhere fast. And so, anyways, he comes back and he's like, So, Mr. Payne, it looks like your fucking lucky day. And I'm like, oh, well, why is that? He's like, I don't have the time today to deal with your kind of bullshit. And so here's what I'm going to do for you. You can go back to Canada and enjoy your life. We'll be keeping your truck, the fucking trailer full of pomegranates. And if you ever come back here again, well, then we'll have to continue the conversation where it left off. And yeah, so they stole my truck and about $5,000 in pomegranates. What's my dog doing? What are you up to? You know what she's doing? She has the cone on her head and she's trying to figure out how to get it off. And so that's how that is. No, these were actually pomegranates. I used to bring weed to California, and then in California, I used to pick up pomegranates from a guy who let me pick them from his field, basically for free, as long as I take them off his property because he fucking don't really like them too much, lying all over the ground. And I'm like, oh, great, because pomegranates are like as good as the weight in gold fucking in Canada. And so I'd load up a trailer in the back attached to my truck and just have it full, fucking filled, like 5,000 of them. And yeah, you're not allowed to export fruit out of California for one to any other state without fucking some sort of permit, I guess. And then, of course, crossing the border from. So you avoid all kinds of things. And so these pomegranates are very easy to sell in Canada because I can underprice. I used to go to the Safeway on Commercial and Broadway in Vancouver, and I would go there and I'd go, I got a truckload of pomegranates, and they'd be like, well, we normally don't just buy pomegranates from anybody, you know. And I'm like, yeah, they're 90 cents each or whatever. And then the guy'd be like, oh, drive around back. I'll take a look. And then they're always like, you don't mind if we pay in cash, eh? I'd rather not have a paper trail of this. Because they know exactly where those came from. There's no way they got here legally, you know? Just not possible. And so, yeah. That's how it used to go down. Wasn't hard to get rid of them. The minute you said the price, they were always like, drive around back. You don't mind if we pay in cash, eh? Rather not have a memory of this. Yeah. So anyways, They stole my pomegranates and my truck. Truck was worth more than the pomegranates, but I put a lot of miles on it, so I'm not sure how much it was worth then by the time they stole it. Anyways, fire in the hall. Yeah, after Bin Laden got fucking blew up the Twin Towers, all the major drug smugglers, many of which I knew, right? They all got busted, and many are still in prison right now in the United States. And they all own like oceanfront West Van $50 million homes, you know? And they're just sitting empty. There's like whole neighborhoods empty. Like when I used to get stuck on the ferry, I'd be stuck because the ferry's fucked here, right? It runs when it runs. It don't run. It fucking a wave you could fucking swim through. They decide the ferry can't make it, you know, and cancel sailings. And so that's what they do. Today they fired their CEO talking about those scumbags. I guess they decided this person's as useless as the rest of us already knew. And so I go to those houses and I stay overnight because I know they're all fucking empty. And living large. I made a video one time at one. I think it's still been reposted. Where I'm sitting out on the deck and the house is totally destroyed because it's been neglected for so long. Oh yeah, because the guy's sitting in prison in the United States. Yeah, you could go live in one of those houses. Some of them, believe it or not, even have electricity still running. It's like boggles the mind. It's got it probably on auto payment plan, you know, where they just constantly just take the hydro bill out of your bank account. And these guys have some big bank accounts, so that gag for hydro could go on for a long time. Oh yeah. Yeah, a whole bunch of them got popped. It's like all the nicest ones, all the oceanfront ones. Fucking most of them are sitting empty. Down in Horseshoe Bay and all that area, yeah. It's pretty hilarious. And so yeah, that's how it is. They're rotting away in a cell for their crimes against humanity. whatever they may be, I'm not sure. Some of them were less friendly than others, you know. We should do a bong hit. Be all fucked up. It was a piece of shit Ford. Yeah. The good old F-150. Nothing special. Barely fucking hauled my fucking trailer full of pomegranates up the mountains there. You gotta go over on the way there and back. Yeah. But it like started every time you turn the key, you know? And it I guess I put like 100,000 kilometers on it. And it already had like 80,000 when I got it, so who knows how much longer it was going to go and still start every time you start it up. I think that day was coming to an end, coming soon. Yeah. It was very low maintenance, as an extreme low maintenance. Change the oil every now and then. You usually get all this stuff done in the United States because it was virtually free compared to what it cost in Canada. And so that's what we used to do. And brakes and stuff like that, but that's about it. The brakes would wear pretty quickly on it because I guess hauling the pomegranates. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, its end was coming soon. But like now, what are they going to do with all my pomegranates? They're just going to go destroy that beautiful fruit? There's people out there who want pomegranates. Why deny them of the great fruit it is? I don't really eat them because it's a lot of trouble. You got to peel all that skin off, and then each little one has like virtually no juice in it at all and has a big seed in the middle. Yeah, and they're kind of bitter. Yeah, they're kind of bitter. Oh, well, I should run, folks. It's been here a while. Oh, and I was wondering where this cooler was today. And now I know. This cooler has somebody living in it. He pays me $500 a month to live there in the cooler. It's expensive to live around here, you know. That's what you get for $500 a month. So yeah, anyways, peace out.